Testing, testing, hello. I'm your last speaker. Yeah. Things that you've been seeing in demos back there and the NVIDIA stuff where they're showing on their graphics cards, this stuff's in our game right now. So let's see the cinematic first.
In 2020, the demons came to London and slaughtered nearly all of us. Many brave souls sacrificed themselves to ensure some small hope for the future.
Quickly! The passage must be sealed. Stay close, Jessica. Wait. Demons. Go! We'll cover you! The way is clear! Get into the church! Move!
All right. First thing I'm going to show you, though, is some smoke. Right here in the ground, you'll see a little crack into hell is kind of pouring through, and you see some smoke coming out. This is the same kind of smoke you guys saw in the smoke in the box. It's a very similar thing. It's rendered to volume texture. It's one of those unique things you can only do in DirectX 10. It's not a particle system. This isn't a bunch of fake quads facing you. This is actually a fluid simulation, computing the density and movement of the smoke over time. You can move through it, and we'll watch here, and you can break it up by the position of the player and interact with the simulation. This is the kind of stuff you don't get otherwise. And we can only do this, obviously, on the new hardware that NVIDIA's making, the 880. So another thing we're going to show you is we have a shadow technique that we're using, which is not your typical way of doing shadows. It uses shadow maps, but in a very advanced way to make proper shadows. At the feet of the player, you'll notice that it's really going to have a very sharp texture, sharp shadow. It's, it's well defined, like it is in real life. And as it gets further away, it gets fuzzy. And when you jump in the air, it gets really fuzzy. This is what a shadow looks like. Yeah. So we're not just blurring the whole thing here. This is actually computing properly the penumbra and umbra stuff, all the right things to make a shadow look proper. This is techniques you could kind of maybe try to do in DirectX 9, except for you can't really read from depth buffer, and there's a lot of ifs and predicated stuff that's more complex in the pixel shader than any DX9 card is going to be able to handle. So that's something we've got unique going on. And then next, I want to show some rain. So we've got rain in our game. Like many other games, we have all sorts of different environmental effects. And we decided to do a lot of things with DirectX 10 and environmental effects so that the whole screen changes the way it looks. Now this rain is special because what happens is, given the position of your eye, the light of the directional light, and also point lights in the scene, we decide from an array of like 100 to 200 different textures which texture to draw for that individual raindrop. So you're going to see some that are lit and some that aren't lit. And if you look underneath that big light that's shining down, you can almost see a cone of raindrops that are being lit by that light. This is using texture arrays, something you can only do in DirectX 10. Now to add to the effect, we have splashes on the ground, because you kind of have to have that in addition to drops. And finally, we also have, let's see if we can get the fins up. We have rain fins. So we're using geometry shader to look at the background and put these little quads of fins up along the surfaces of the background to make it look like splashes. And then we animate a texture there, and it looks like there's actual 3D splashes coming off of the surfaces of the stuff in the background. You can see off the top of the car here and other places. So all that put together, and we've got some rain going on.
talked about this game having a lot of like first-person elements and things like that. How are you guys handling ammunition for the weapons?
Oh, ammunition. Yeah, so we had ammunition, and we had, I think we had ammunition. We also had the heating up and stuff like that in the game for a while, and we hated it. We like to be able to fire the gun whenever we want to at everything in sight. So there you go, guys. Thank you very much. It's a great event. See ya.